Hey guys, how's it going? June 25th, 2022, and I'm here at the site of the fake industries for Callahan, at least the ones that I had started. I'm going to put myself with a shift 1 right there for now, if it allows me. Oh. Forgot about that. Turn the volume down. Okay. So, until I get to that point, though, I got to go back to the data. So, until that time, we got a train coming. So we can head out on over there. I want to turn that off. Alright. Nighttime at Folkestone. Okay. So there's a train coming, but we got work to do, so let's get ourselves back to work here. We want to get those fake industries set up tonight, and I'm actually much closer than I thought I was going to be. So that's good. Things seem to go pretty much where I expected, are better than I expected it. They fit right in for the most part. I can always modify later on, but as long as I have a pretty good industry. Here we go, logistics. Let's get ourselves in here. So, no, here comes a train. Check out the train first. Where's the lights in here? Oh, they're coming from here. So yeah, once we get the industries assigned as far as, or the numbers into the gaps that we want, it's just a matter of plotting it. Scott had posted an email to me while we were doing the last session, and that got me some good info because he was watching the rail cams, saying what he had seen as far as different things. The only one I was going to add was auto parts. I forgot to do that in the email. I don't know of any auto parts that come out of Florida. I'm curious about that one because they have a more specific type of car. Hoppers, tanks, and boxcars are pretty much the run-of-the-mill. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember back when I was down there. Of course, I've been down there closer to the era, but I don't remember offhand what the general state of a mixed train would be like. Some of the mixed trains, of course. It's different when you have the unit trains. Unit trains are totally a different beast altogether. So you got the auto rack trains that are there, which they only run a few in a day, and you got your grain hoppers, and you got your other chemicals and stuff like that, potash, you name it. Tank cars, all kinds of stuff that could go there. So anyways, let's get this data in here. So as I was saying before, this is what is coming into Baldwin. I'm not too sure about the acid cars. Auto racks I'm not going to worry too much about. Because I'm not too sure about the acid cars, I'm going to keep them low. And I'm also going to... Yeah, another train? Or is that one that just left? Okay, that's Q127 in the distance. I was going to say, that didn't make any sense. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, I'm not going to do a sum. I'm going to do just a simple formula here. Let me, put this as yellow. Okay, so we got 57, 66, 27s? Probably not, but well, you never know with over there. Lots of 18s. Now, why I'm multiplying these by 3 is because that is the general weight to keep it in line with what's coming in on the train. So, in other words, the manifest, you don't want to dilute the power of the locals. So in order to keep that power, because you're getting so much capacity for each industry, like if you're looking at the various capacities here, you can see 227, 283, 291. You're not going to fit that on one train. So I divided those into by 3 to get what is the cars that you will see. So the reason why, you know, that's the way it is to get like 17. I could have done 6, but it came out to 15 as opposed to 18. Could have rounded it up or down, but it chose the integer route, which is fine. I don't care about that. So those are locals which we don't. Well, that's interesting, because I was going to say they come in. They got to come in from somewhere. So I should be supplying those from somewhere as well. Question is, where am I supplying those from right now? I believe I'm supplying them from the north, just like the other locals. Now, of course, they could come in from the south as well, but since I'm supplying them from the north, I'm going to add those in, which is something I had forgotten. Okay. So, I'm going to copy that one, the 7, and find an appropriate train from the north that will take care of that. Now it's an as required, so I don't really want to mess with that. 106, 103. 91 looks to be like the lowest. I think 91 and 98. What are the numbers we got here? 7 and 18. All right. There we go. So they're all roughly. I could have chosen even the one on the bottom, but actually I might do that. Undo that for a second here. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Well, that would have been 98. So let me throw that onto that daily, and I'll go ahead and I'll throw the 18 onto the other daily, get it close, put it on the 91. There we go. So it lowballs us at 98, other than the as required trains. Yeah, that's more like it. I think that works good. Okay, so again, to get that up to get it up to the same standards, we're looking at $54 there. I mean, I don't have to. I can multiply this in my head and just call it 21. 100 and... now, wait a minute. Hold on a second here. I've got these coming in off of... Well, they've already been creating the demand for themselves, so they're already coming, which they're already... I don't have to create... In fact, I don't have to create any... I gotta think about this for a second. I mean, I'm writing the numbers down, but I really don't need to, because they're already... there are already demands for them. Same with this. I mean, I can, but really what it all boils down to is these ones right here. So yeah, really, no, I'm not. I don't want to confuse this. I don't need to create a demand for them, because I've already created a demand for them. The demand's already created. It's already intrinsic to the industries that supply them, or that's are being supplied. So I don't have to worry about that. Oops, I did it again. Okay, these ones will be a little bit tougher because I have to go up to the yellows to get the numbers. That's 81. What did I see 85 for? So this is why I use that calculator, just in case. I don't trust my brain. $28, $56, $66, $76. I think that's 82. No. 84. Yeah, that's right. Okay, never mind. Holy crap. Okay, so we got 7 27s in a row. Oops, I don't know what that says. 28, 29, 29. Where did I get that idea from? Oh, wait a minute. $84. $87s, 287s. Oops, wrong one. Yeah, it feels like forever. 75. $72. Any other 21s in the area? Just those. So those are 63. $57s. Okay. Thought we had 18 somewhere. I don't know, whatever. I see 16 there, but that's okay. $18.36, $48.54. $48.48. Now I'm not going to get too fancy with this. I can, once I find more information, I can always change it later. But I'm just going to get this so that we get a pretty good idea of what do we got here left. We got 2 14s, 2 13s, and a 12. 42. 42. 39, 39, 36. All right, good. We've got the numbers that we need. So I think I'm going to keep a relative formula here, whether it be going south or whatever. Let me just go into chat real quick. Yeah, you're welcome. So, have you seen any acid tank cars? I'm just curious about how acid Scott would be moving. Auto, I'm not going to worry about. What the hell's Bal? I don't know what the hell Bal is. Bethgons. What the hell's Bal? It's in the order. Bethgons, I'm not sure about. Auto parts is another one. I don't think I'm gonna see them. Bulk flats, few and far between. Center beam flats, I think there should be some. I would imagine, so that lumber would be coming in. Coil cars, not much. Gondolas, hoppers, passenger piggies, you don't have to worry about that. Plastic I don't have, so I'm not going to add those. Reefers, I think I won't touch the reefers. I may just avoid them. Tanks, 2 bays, yes. Wells, we're not going to do that. Wood chips I don't have. So if I had them, yeah, I might use some of them. Although I think they would possibly be on some unit trains. Let's see what you say. But anyways, I'll come up with a formula here. So I'm just coming up with ratios right now. I don't know what the hell the... Oh, those are ballast hoppers. Okay. All right. Those would I imagine be... Because the ballast would be coming from here. Whoops. I gotta undo this, and I gotta add numbers for this whole area. Or add color, I should say. Okay. So we'll give it a yellow color. Again, this is ratios for now, and then I'll fill in the rest for those ratios. So acid, I'm going to assume some may come in, but I'll go with 1. Ballast, again 1. Empties coming in. Beth Gods, I don't even know if I have them. Auto parts, I'm not going to bother with. Bulkhead flats, I'm going to go 1 both ways, because who knows what the hell's in them. Although I can filter them. We'll go ahead with that. The center beam flats, I am going to put 3. Coil, I'll put 1. Covered hoppers, I will put 5. Gondolas, I'll put 2. I don't know about the open hoppers, because a lot of times coal gets thrown into them, so I may just leave that alone for now. Passenger piggy, plastics I don't have. Reefers, tanks definitely. We'll go with I'll go with 5. 5. Now on the other side, acid, no. Oh my god, I forgot the boxcars. Where's the boxcars? I thought I had every car type on here. I don't know if I do. I was gonna say, where the hell's the boxcars? Well, I'll put them there. As far as I know, I have every type, but I guess I didn't. I'll go with 4. Although 2007 might have saw them a little bit more. We'll leave 4. Empty's coming back. I'll go with 1, maybe 2. I'll go with 1. Again, auto parts, I'm not too sure. Center beams, no. Coil, no. Covered hopper, we'll go with 2. Gondolas, I'll go with 2. Hoppers, 2. Reefers, we won't bother with 2. 2. All right. Whoops. It's that one right there. Okay. And I will change the color to cyan. Now let's see what we come up with. So we're up to 40. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So those are the ratios I'm going to use. I'm going to go ahead and I've got 17 to play with right now. So let's see here. I'll go up with 2 for box of empties, and I'll bring that up to 5. I'll bring up the covered hoppers to 6. Tanks and 2 bays. Bulkhead flats, I'm going to bring that up to 2. I know you haven't seen many. I'm going to bring that coils up to 2. Acid, I think I'm going to bring that up to 2. Okay. We're near 9 now. Perfect. 3, 6, 3, 4, 3, 7, 3, 7, 7, and that should get us to 57. Is that the number? Is that the magic number we're using here? It is. Okay, so 57 is also going to be here. So in L and N. That didn't work. Oh, I haven't undo that. Okay, let's start from the top here. All right. So I want to see how many car types we're dealing with here. The 54 is going to be just a minor modification. Which I'll put in the box cars. I'll leave that alone. We'll go with the 2-bay and the tanks on that one. Okay. So again, this is triple of what is being called for each call of Baldwin. And it's triple to match what is already in place for the local industries. Okay. Which way should we go? Go up to 60. Oops, that's the wrong way. That's not the way I want to go. Undo that. So we got 57s and 54s. So how many types are we dealing with here? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So to go right up to 17, we're going to 81, which is right beside us. Which is fine, because then I can easily go like this. Keep that ratio going. It's not going to be, it'll be off the ratio, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about perfection here. I just want something that represents what I would think would be a good mix. That's 71. Oh, that's 81. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hang on a second. I screwed up. Well, that's okay. Let's undo that. Or let's redo that. And then I'll plop it over one. Okay. So this one I'm going to get rid of. And this one I am going to that I want to take back down. So that brings me to 70. That brings me to 72. And the more I think about the tanks are okay. Not doing any empty acids coming out. $17.34. That'd be 88. I can't go that low. Okay. So the next tier on that would be the 60. I'm just tiering them up as they go so that I can gradually increase the ratios as I see fit. No mathematic formula here, just an eyeball and crap. Okay. So in this case, I'll bring up the covered hoppers. I'll bring those up for now. The next tier we got is a 63. Okay. We'll go with 4 gondolas. This time I'll bring up the loaded tanks. I'll leave everything else. So that's 63. 81 will be an interesting one. Well, we got a 66 though. I'm just seeing how it looks. Bulkhead flat will keep. Definitely, I'll bring up the coil. Everything else is fine there. What does that take me to? Is that 67? Oh, I went too far. Okay. Put the gondola at 2. There we go. Like I said, no exact science. Okay, so 81, the closest one we got is 72 to bring it to. So we got to increase 9 more. And I'll take a look at how many loads do I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, that's an easy one. So we'll increase these all by. Probably not helping the empties any, but that's okay. It's probably going to make the trains a lot heavier too, but brings me up to 81. Is that where we're at? Yes. And of course we have a duplicate over there, so we'll use the same. All right. So I think that's pretty good ratios. I just keep on checking back on the chat if you guys have any comments or ideas. Okay. So this is an interesting bunch here. Now, of course, we're heading to Chicago, so these trains are going to be a lot lighter, because they're going to be mainly empties. I'm going to start with, looks like 39 is the lowest tier. Work my way from there and see how we go. So acids, I think we kind of use the same. Well, we didn't have any, so I'm going to bring the loads back. Generally speaking, 3 or 4. So we'll get those coming back. $39 the lowest? No, 36 is the lowest. I think 36 is the lowest. All right. In fact, what we could do, now that I think about this, we can really so 66, we don't have anything close to that being that low. What did we have? 33? Was that a 33 I saw? 36, okay. 36 would be equivalent of a 69, which I don't think we have. We're pretty close though. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start off with this one here. So what I do is we bring this down here. Let me just double check and make sure. Bring these down to the empties. Likewise, we bring this into the loads. Now, of course, we're going to half this one. I'll pretty much half this one. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy this into all of them. Okay, so now we're already at 66. To get ourselves to 36, now we gotta drop quite a bit. That's a say a lot there. Oh, we got a train. Got darker. I was gonna say it must be coming from this way. The signals are red. Howdy, Robert. Okay, so let's, so what are we at here? We're at 66, so we want to So what I'm going to do there is I'm going to start eliminating a lot of these, or reducing a lot of those, whatever is the case. Okay, so 4936. I'm going to keep reducing the empties on this one. Whoa, what was that? I don't know what that was, but it wasn't supposed to be that. The 37, okay. Perfect. Okay, now we got 36. So generally speaking, it's not going to be an exact ratio of empties now that I think about it. But they do have to come out somewhere. So I guess as close as I can get would be nice. I don't know if it's a 3-to-1 ratio. In some cases, there's other things that, work just as much the other way. So, but let's see where we're at for totals there. That's a 36 one. So it only goes up from there. So we had a 39. We had two 39s not too far away. Gets higher as we go down to up to the Chicagos. Okay, so we have a 39 right beside it. Okay, I want to see where it's going to match up with the lowest one that I have. Looks like 54. 54 is going to match the lowest one. Once we get up there, then we're getting close to it. 42s, 45s, 48s. I see 54s there. In fact, I want to copy the 54s now just as a standard bearer, and then we can work our way down and up from there. So what we do for the 54s is fairly simple. We take this, anything that is 54 on it, which would be, I see one there, I see two. Did I copy it from the, yeah, I did copy it from there. Okay, good. Just want to make sure I got that again before I get too distracted. So I got 1, 2, looks like we only got 2 of them. That's fine. Okay, so the 54s, I think it's that one. Yep. Go here. And then what are the empties here? Whoops, where am I? Just curious what ratio we're at. 12, 22, 29, 30, 31, 32, 37, 38, 39, 40 to empties, and 14 for loads. That's a pretty good ratio, I would say. Okay, so now we can take that and we can go from there. I'm going to continue to copy the numbers that I have here, though. So as we go up, I have the same number. So yeah, it's a little bit cookie cutter, but it will balance itself out. At least I would hope it would. So we got 257 side by side, and another one not too far away. Okay. Oh shoot. Undo that one for a second. Yeah, I gotta start right from the top. Okay, good. I was lost at the top. I'm lost there again. 57, I'll start with the empties, just to make it easy. There we go. All right, good. What other numbers are we looking at here? 66, 72, 86, 60, 63, 66. Let's see where we're at here. Okay, so we got 63. All right, we can do 63. I got lost. I did get lost. At least I can see where I'm copying from. Okay, perfect. So I'm going into the empties for the 63, which would be right here and there. Alright. Okay. And over here, we've got our 63s somewhere. Oops, I should be looking at the yellows, or else I'll get lost real quick. There we go. Okay. So let me check my 63s. Make sure they total properly, and they do. Alright, what's next? So the 40s and the higher 30s we'll deal with as we trim down. The next one we've got is a 72, 75, 81. We've got a 72, and we got an 81. And I think that's all we're going to get, because 81 is the top dog here. Where's my 72 and my 81? Are they side by side? That'd be really nice if they are, but I don't think they are. No. Close. Lots of 81. Ooh, lots of 81s. That's a bonus. Lots of 72s as well. That's okay. So 72, 81. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So let me start with the 72s. I think there was just two of those. Okay. Now, I'm well aware that this is not an exact, this shouldn't be an exact going back and all that other stuff. I'm well aware of that. There's going to be randomization anyways, so I'm not too concerned about that. I'll add cars as, you know, as I see fit, but other than that, I'm just going to go with those. So let me make sure the 72s are the way I expect them. Yep. Okay, so now we go with the 81s. And the repeat and rinse thing just helps because it makes it that much quicker for me to test everything out and get back into enjoying the sim, which I would really like to start. I would actually like to start this system by midnight tonight. If I can get away with that, that would be awesome. How many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more? Holy shit. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. Is this all the 81s? I hope. Nice. Okay. Now we take. Now it's just a simple matter of upping the ratios and downing the ratios. So we were kind of headed this way with the 42s. So I want to go ahead and want to get myself into a position where I'm ready to go up anyways. Okay, so bulkhead flats, no, not yet. Ballast loads going away, I'm not too sure about. I guess so. Bulkhead flat, I'm not too sure about at the moment. Empties are a different story. That I'll put up. Possibly. Actually, I'm going to go with this instead. The center flats. We'll get that center beam flats to go up. And then we work our way with the ratios. We just keep on going. So we got 42s here. Oh, that's a 41. Ooh. Good thing I checked. Not that it matters. I mean, if I was off by 1, but where do I want to go with that? Do I want to go bulkhead flat? I might. Just because we have the others up there, I think I will. I'd rather do it over the acid cars right now. Alright, so we'll do that then. That brings us up to 42. The next ratio is the 45 level. So we're adding 3. Each tier we go up, we're adding 3 to it. So I think we'll go ahead and finally. Pretty sure we're gonna. Probably go with gondola. Let's go with gondola. Do I really want to do the acid now? I think I will. And definitely a boxcar. Okay, so that's our 45. Next tier is a 48. So we're in between that and a 54, so that gives us a pretty good reference. I think we'll finally get the bulkhead flat in here. So what are we doing? We're going from 45 to 48? Yeah. We'll get the bulkhead flat in there. I was tempted to do the other load, but let's just see where we are with the empties. I won't go box just yet. Boy, we're not far away from everything. Where am I at here? Am I at 46? Okay, so I got 2 more to go. I think I'll go covered hopper and a gondola. Alright, so that brings out the 48 tier. We'll also have a 48 tier here. And just to make sure we're at 48, we are. Okay, the only tier we're missing looks like 72 to 75, and then we're going up from 81. So 72 would be the missing tier here. Everything else is in play. So we'll copy this over. So we got to add 3 to this to get us up to 75 tier. Alright, so let's compare to our neighbor here at 81. Very close on all of them. Question is, where do we want to go to get to it? So 75, we have to go 3 more. I think what we'll do is we'll go with the obvious ones: the covered hopper, the tank, and the 2 bay. That brings us up to our 75 tier. Next tier from 81 is the 84, which is right here. We got a bit to compare to, but not much. So now we're going into uncharted territory, because we're basically going in a place that we haven't been. Before we were in between, now we're even going further. So in this case, we went from 81. There is no 78, so we have a 75 to compare against, not too far over there. So if I want to do that, I can. We even have a 72 to compare against. So we can see how fast that moved up. So we got to go 3 more up. I'm comparing the 72 and the 75 to see how far off we are to the ratios. The loads look fine. 72, 75, what are they? Manchester and Atlanta, okay. Gonna do it again. I think it was time. I'll work on the empties the next time where I go over to the 87 tier. But for now, let's put ourselves here. Okay, so now I'm going to work on the empties like I promised. We're too far without going up. We've been there. We've been stuck in limbo in a few places for a while now. I think the obvious place to go would probably be I think we'll go covered hopper, hopper, and tanks. Everything else, I don't know why I didn't copy all that over. That was stupid. Wasn't thinking. In fact, let's just copy it over and then I'll do it again. There we go. All right. So we're at the last 2 tiers. We got 90, 94. 87 was the highest before that, so that should be relatively easy one to go up, I would imagine. Okay. Just want to check the ratios for a minute. All right, let's do some more obvious ones. Ah, come on. I'm busy. Okay, let's do a box. Center flat. Tank. That's random. Ah, just a coal train. Medium clear, so he's turning. To Yellow Creek. Okay, so that was a 90, right? Yeah, easy enough. Last tier we got are the 99s. Alright, so I got 9 to go. I want to give us a minimum of 3. So this will include the empties. So that's 2. We're already at a minimum over there. $94, what we got? 5 more to go? Alright. Nah. We'll keep that 4. I mean, I could. Yeah, let's go ahead. I'd rather go this way. I really want to bother with an acid car? Not really. We'll put that to 9. I'll put that up there. Gondolas. There we go. Good enough. Okay, we're set. So, now that we have all everything that's up to date, it's 10:40 p.m. We are ready to plot these. Now, I know Switcher usually comes on around this time, but in order for me to do it, I have to take the server down. So I've got pretty much everything that we want to see on these trains. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and go into this. I'm going to turn this off for a second. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bail out on the network. I'll change that to network services. And we will give ourselves a look at what we're doing. So the host is shut down. All right. So we've already started 2 of them. Let me just check my chat here before I start going. Selkirk does a lot of auto racks. Yeah, but they're also on a lot of the trains, the auto trains that come through. So there's dedicated auto trains that come into the area. So I was going by information. Actually, Scott's in there. He was telling me about how he hasn't seen it in the mixed freights that he's been seeing going through. So, but we've got enough information now to go ahead and keep on going. All right. Okay. So Baldwin, we already were assigning capacities for. And these are the ones for loads. So 3 acid, 6 boxes. We do have a ballast hopper in there, but whoops, get rid of that. Okay, so what I'll do is I will take Baldwin out of the picture. So I got that right after Beth gone, and I figured it would be. Okay, so bulkhead flat. Center beam coil, covered hopper. Covered hopper. Okay, cool. So that's acid. Okay, so these are the loads that I'm doing first, correct? Yes. Wait a minute, that 6 isn't anything. Oh, I wish you could do templates. Three, 4, 3, 7, 3. 3, 4, 3, 7, 3. Tank 2 bay. Okay, so I had a refrigerator in there. Seven, 7. Which I was surprised to hear that there isn't that much. Mainly on the unit trains, but okay. Ballast box, bulkhead flat. Oh, I do have acid in there. Did I use acid for the other one? I thought I did. I want to see Baldwin for a minute. Did I actually put acid in there? Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. Okay, so for this I want to get the ballast hopper in there, which we have. Ballast hopper, box, and bulkhead flat, which is what I have. We go 1, 2, 1. Okay. Covered hopper, gondola hopper. What? Covered hopper coil. Hang on a second here. Covered hopper. What do I have it as? Covered hopper, gondola, and hopper? That's an open hopper. What the frick am I doing with that? Whoa, hold on a second here. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but that ain't right. How much coil am I bringing? You know, I'm gonna go ahead and I can't do the coil. Gondola hopper, I don't know what the hell to use. I don't like using hoppers like that. But I gotta think of something to put in there to represent it. So let me go with saving. No, I'm not gonna save that one. Gotta do some emergency surgery on this one. Okay. Yeah, see, so I got copper up there as well. Well, I can't use acid, really. Auto racks, not really. Or the Amtrak, obviously. Bethgons, I'm not sure. Auto parts, no. Definitely no. Definitely no. I may change that to reefers. I think I'm going to. That's about the only thing I can think of that would even come close. Despite the fact that it just means logical. I know they're few and far between, but I would much rather use reefers than open hoppers, because open hoppers are going to be generally coal in the game or the sim. I don't want to see that. So I'm bringing that down there. And then up above, I'm going to do the same thing with, whoops. I'm going to do the same thing with the hoppers on this side. So all those hoppers. A few too many for my liking, but I don't think it'll be that bad. We'll see it. I'm just going to go with it. We can always alter it later. I just didn't like that. When I saw that, I was just like, wait, that ain't right. Okay, so the numbers are still the same. Everything looks fine. Alright, cool. Good enough. Chat. One checking. Hey, Jebby. Alright. So I was working on the empties in Baldwin before I ran into that caught my eye. Okay. So, I just want to see where I'm at. So we're at ballast hoppers. Okay, good enough. Yeah. 1, 2, 1. No, that's bulkhead flat was the next one. Ballast hopper boxcar and bulkhead flat with center beam flat and coil. Is covered hopper ahead of coil? Is that what it was in the other one? Oh shit. I didn't notice that. Okay, I gotta pay attention to this here. So, let me go ahead and change it to Baldwin. Real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna minimize this a little bit more. Perfect. I'm going to take the clock off. Okay, let's make sure our car types are in the same order before we get into trouble. So 3 box cars, and then the auto and the Amtrak I'm not worried about because we're not using them, but they're not supposed to be that way either. Okay, so box cars is 6. This is where we ran into the problem. So, gondola, we got a real mess here. So covered hopper and coil have to be swapped out. Covered hopper and coil, okay. And I don't care about the rest. Although I just want to make sure. Tank and 2 bay. Alright, so just covered hopper and coil that have to be swapped out. Undo that. What the hell just happened there? Covered hopper, coil, gondola. Is that right? I just want to make sure. Okay, that's right. Whoops. All right. So we'll put that back in. Back to Baldwin again. I think the issue became covered hopper and coils, which need to be swapped around. So it should be 7.3 covered hopper, not 3.7. Save. Okay. Baldwin 2. I think I noticed it once I got into the empties, which was the scary part, but okay. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, and then I got 1, 2, 1, and then coil. We don't do any. Oops, hold on a second here. 1, 2, 1, and then 2, 2. And down at the bottom we have reefer. We go ahead with 2, 2, and 2. Go ahead and save that. Okay, what was the other one that I had lined up? I don't think this is going to be finished tonight. This is going to take probably some time in the morning as well, unfortunately. It does require the server to be down when I do it, unfortunately. I wish I can go in there without it, but it is what it is. Let's see what we got here for Wildwood. Yep. So we go 1, 2, 3. Whoops. So I go. It's gotta go 2, 3, not 1, 2, 3. Boxcar is the next one. So this one has none. Boxcar has 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a whole whack of them after that. Bulkhead flat, center beam flat. Covered hopper, coil. Three, 4, 7, 3, 3. 3, 4, 7. Oh, if there was only a way. Oh, I don't like that. Gotta be careful with that. Trying to when you're trying to do using the mouse, it sometimes does this if you're inside it. You gotta be careful. 4, 7, 3, 3. Is that right? 3, 4, 7, 3, 3. Yeah, 3's up there. Alright. And at the very bottom we got refrigerators, no. Tanks and 2 bays, we've got 7, 7. Be interesting to see how that plays out in the actual trains, but I'll check that out in a minute. Okay. So with the empties, we've got we don't have acid. We've got a ballast hopper, boxcar, bulkhead flat. So 1, 2, 1. Covered hopper is 2. Coil car, none. Gondola, we have 2. And down at the bottom are reefers. And we've got 2, 2, 2. Go ahead and save that. Now, let me just take a quick look at this here for a second. So I'm just trying to figure out if every train's going to have the same, which I believe they are, because this is a Baldwin, or a Baldwin block and a Wildwood block, which all are the same for every train. Doesn't matter which one, they all have the same blocks, so we don't have to create multiple blocks, which means if I was to do a test train, just out of curiosity, and I'll do a test. I'll do a test of I don't know what. Too bad I can't do other things on there, but see, that's a bad test because there's going to be other things on those trains, but I'll go ahead and I'll play ball with it. So, whoops, I don't want to filter the cars. I want to have tagged for industries. CSX, utter peon, filter. No, I'm calling the names. So how come Boss? Oh, that's Boswick. Where's South? There they are, southbound. So I'm just doing this, and I'm spawning a train of southbounds. Now, it's always going to go with. It's always going to go with the. Not what the demand is, but what is in the. Oh my God. I am on double track. No, I'm not. I'm single. So I'm going the wrong way. Thank you. Well, let's take a look at what the train looks like anyways. Typical makeup of just a bunch of stuff. So acid, tanks, another acid, lots of tanks because that's the beginning makeup of it. Boxcars, gondola, hoppers. Why are the empty center beams going that way? Something's weird about that. Same with the empty. I'm okay with the empty boxcars, but why are there empty center beams? Or I'm getting my. That's what it creates. Okay. We gotta redo that. At least I've got that. At least I tested that. That's a good thing. Because had I not tested that, I wouldn't have remembered. What it is it's not the cars that are coming there, it's what it's going to be created from them. So I gotta change. I'm not going to change the spreadsheet at all. I'm just going to. Well, hang on a second. No, I don't have to. I'm not going to change the spreadsheet. Or do I need to? No, I don't need to. If I go into every industry and I change it around, so we're going to go with Baldwin first. So now I'm changing it to empties. So we'll start off with empties. I really want to get the southbounds done tonight if I can, because the northbounds are going to take a lot longer. It's 11:19, so wish me luck. It's got Baldwin, Baldwin 2. What's the next one? Wildwood or something? Okay. I'm determined to get some test trains done tonight. I can do the rest tomorrow morning. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so now we're going loads. See, these tags mean nothing because this is on a dummy industry that's never going to process anything. All this is for is to generate. And to generate in a demand that you are specifying. Okay, that didn't take too long. So let's see how whereabouts we are at here. So I'm done 2 industries. That didn't take too long. There I would have to do 11. Over here I would have to do about 27. So I got about triple. I might save that for a project for tomorrow morning, but tonight I can get this done. I'm pretty confident I can get this done. When we look at the trains and the makeup of them, I feel pretty confident that I can also build them into one train and test it. Or I can do the ones that are of a particular type tonight and try not to beat myself up about it. So right now I got a Q409 as required. That in theory is a train. It's 43 cars. No, that's a Tampa. So that's not quite right. The one that I'm actually working on right now if I want to work on one, I can work on this one, this Q685. And what I'm going to do, just thinking, it's an outbound train, so I'm generating. It doesn't really matter what I'm generating because it's going to come in on whatever train it comes in on. Actually, that would be the train it came in. So yeah, this would be a good one to try. So all I have to do is work on Lakeland and Winston. We just did Wildwood, didn't we? I think we did. I hope we did. Yeah. So I'll work on getting those in here. So let's go ahead and do that. So what do we want to call this one? Tampa, Florida. Do I want Tampa, Florida yet? No, I don't. I want Lakeland and Winston, Florida. Okay. Oops. Okay. Ah, I see. I gotta do it. I have to have the things in there. So we are starting with empties, right? Alright, so I just want to make sure before I go crazy here. So they're actually producing empties. Yeah, center beam flats coming. That's correct. So it's producing empty center beam flats. Well, wait a minute. Hold on a second here. I really got to think about this for a second before I hang on a second here. All right. So I saw a train that had empty center beam flats headed that way. So they do. Center beam flats are supposed to produce empties, which means they're loaded coming there. Okay, gotcha. All right. So they produce empties, which means okay, so those we're going to turn into green. Actually, we can keep them red because they're going to be loaded that produce empties. So they're going to be loaded. They're going to be loaded red center beam flats, and they're going to turn into empties once they reach the fake industry of Baldwin. Gotcha. I think we're okay now. Alright. So let's go ahead and I guess we got to do each one individually. So which one am I doing? It's Lakeland, Florida. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so these are all producing empties. This isn't going to take as long as I thought it was. Because once I get down there, it's the before it was editing, now it's just plopping them in. Three, four. I am Wildwood, right? No, I'm Lakeland, you idiot. So Lakeland's different. That's a 4. A 7. There we go. Just so I know which one I'm on. 56955. Five, 6, 9, 5, 5. 9 on tank and 2A. Both of them are at 9. Now you can add the industry because you have those in. So Lakeland, just like that. Oh good, and it does it alphabetical order too. Perfect. So this one we're going to call Lakeland 2. It is going to do LKL. We're going to tag it southbound. Now we're going to produce loads. So we start with the ballast hopper. Looks like we got 5 in a row here. Okay. Alright. Now looking at the numbers for Lakeland is 23233. 2, geez, 3, 2, 3, 3. Yeah, that's kind of skips. You gotta watch out for that little thing. Alright. Second part's the easy part. Reefers tanks 2B. So 333. It likes to skip, I'm telling you. So add this industry. Why can't we add this industry? Doesn't want me to add that industry. I wonder why. Oh. That's why. I'd love it to actually... Well, it does say it right there. Tracks are assigned. There, now we can do it. And then we save it there. You can see they're there now. Okay, we're very close to getting this one. So this is Lakeland and Winston, and then we just have to get so it's set to be a 108 car train. If it is, then we're going to find out. Winston, Florida. Is our last one that we're going to do tonight, I think. I mean, at this rate I'm going right now, I really want to finish this off. But let me just test one, and we'll decide. Let me just double check here. Yeah, you got to think in reverse. Oh yeah. Yeah, I realized that once I was putting them in, and I was looking at them, I was just like, wait a minute, those are empty center beams. Shouldn't be empty center beams going to Florida. But we got it, figured it out. I've actually done it before. Believe it, I've done this this fake industry thing. This isn't the first time I've done it, and it baffles you every time when you think about that. So, okay, so I want to do Winston, Florida next. Then we'll test it out. Okay. So we'll go with a new industry. And whoops, I always go up there. Tracks are assigned to, I think they're supposed to be Win. Yeah. Okay. Local freight symbols is southbound. These all produce empties. So their load's coming in. Okay. Okay, so that's 3 and 5. Three, 4, 7, 3, 3. Six, 6 for tank 2 bay. Winston 2. Oh. No tracks assigned. Well, let's make sure we've done that. Tracks are assigned. Should have like a green instead of a red or something. That'd be kind of easier, but that's okay. Okay, so down here we've got the 5 spread out in a row between ballast hoppers. There we go. Wish you could do it via a spreadsheet or something like that. That would make this so much simpler, but one two one two two 1 2 1 2 2 and a bunch over here. Wow, I'm actually here. It didn't take long. In the morning I'll probably take the server down again in the morning, and then I will but I won't do it on YouTube, so I won't bore you guys. But at some point I'll show you where we're at. Okay, add this industry, save it. Alright. So for the test train, in fact, I can just basically use a train in this case. If we use, what train is this again? So it's going to be coming from the same location. Oh, I see what's going on. I'm looking at this, I'm like, this doesn't look right. So it was just this one right here. So it's Q685. So A785 and southbound is what's on this one. So Q685. I don't have a Q685? That's funny. Well, wait a minute. That could be coming from Bullen. They're not all coming from the same area. Yeah. Okay, so let's put this in as our first test. So we're going to tag it for industries. I'm okay with keeping them low. I don't know what the HPT that comes out on these, but I'm okay with keeping them low. So with Q685. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring the server back up. And I'm going to test this in a second here. So let me go ahead and hide this for a second. Alright, there we go. Alright, so the filter on this now is we're going to do southbound, and we're going to do one of the locals as well. So this is the key where we're going to have supply trains coming in that are going to have both. I mean, these trains are going to make look a hell of a lot better. So 785 is going to supply this one. And as you can see, the numbers represent what's on here. These figures right here. Well, I don't see them here, but 66. So because that's 22, I put 66 and I compare it to what's coming out of here. So there's a 22 right there. So we're getting the same thing. So what did I do? 685. We are bringing in cars for 785 with this train. So on this, we go up to that one, 785, and we also include it. Now we're okay to test it. And it did put it to utter peon. I saw that for a second. That was interesting. So let me go ahead and spawn this one. I forgot to indicate that the server is back on. All right. Actually, I'm going to relinquish that train for a minute. There we go. So I want to get a good look at this train. So I'm going to go ahead and put the time. There we go. So we can take a look at what we have. So the front end has the industry stuff. So this is what you would normally see in a supply train. Total number of cars on this train. Well, usually it tells me when I'm on this, but it's not letting me. Yeah, that must be too high up there. Well, we can figure out all that. So here's the beginning of the southbounds. Actually, I see Lakelands here. I see Baldwin's. I see all kinds of things, actually. 785. How much 785s do we have on this train? We only have 3? That don't sound right. Okay, what's this thing doing? Unless it has a whole whack at the back, which I'm hoping. Nope. Okay, that's disappointing. Why only 3 cars? Did I overload it in Lakelands and all that other crap, and it took priority? So, 785... .785 should be producing 22 cars easily because it's got a 66 as far as capacity. If that is the case, we get an issue. I don't know what is causing that. Now I threw everything at it over here that would be the same ratio, but I'm wondering if it's because the capacity, like it's gone over and it just couldn't handle it anymore, which is possible. So we've got like 66, 81, and 54. Which by right should give 27, 27, 18. I don't know if that's what the count's going to be. I'm curious. But I can take a look. And we can take a look and see what's it saying. 54 loads, 26 empties. So we only got an 80 car train, 83 units total. So what's it doing? Is it 49? So that's 66. So what did it do in this case? Now I'm curious. I don't mind some randomization, but that's a little too much. So it gave us 3 industries. Gave us 10 hoppers. Actually, we'll start right at the boxcars. So, two loaded boxcars. This is the Baldwins, I think. Yep. Okay, so with with this, it gave us 2 loaded boxcars. Okay, so it didn't quite get up to there. That's fine. Covered hoppers, it's calling for 7. Looks like it did a lot more. Not by much, though. I think that's a smaller one. Actually, a few of them look like they are. Yeah, I think it did 4 and 3. those call them pretty much the same thing anyways. So far, it's reducing. Two gondolas. Alright, so that's right in the ballpark. Now, tanks and acid. I see what looks to be a combination of... I don't know if that's an acid car or not. No. So, 3... That looks like an acid car. No, maybe not. That's just a dirty acid car, so... 2 acids, 2 tanks, 3 tanks, 3 tanks, 3 acid. Okay. So far it's very random. Called for 6, it did 2. It's reduced everything quite a bit by the looks of it. 1 bulkhead flat. Like, I haven't seen it go over yet. Oh, wait a minute, we're in Lakeland now. We didn't even get any for the other one. It's Lakeland that's giving. It's okay. So Lakeland had decided to do the boxcars. And this. So we went back to hoppers again. Alright, that's fine. 3 hoppers for Lakeland. 3 gondolas. One tank, 1 box. Okay, now we're in the other one. Nine hoppers for, or no, 8. And then we're getting into the empties now. Is it trying to divide the empties and loads in half? Not really. I just wonder. Another peon. Well, that was a little bit better. Much bigger train. Much more empties. Maybe. 785 have any empties? Probably not. So this one has 109 cars. So when we look at the well, that's pretty much what that's calling for. But yet it's still, like, if I look at the total Baldwin cars at 19, I want to count the cars on this one, because that's the closest I've come to what I was planning on the original, but that is... Okay, so we got... I got 6 cars out of the... got 6 cars out of that for the local. We're still calling for 22. Something tells me it met a wall, but I'm not positive on that. According to this is 108 cars it's asking for. So if it just decided arbitrarily to up these, let me just double check to make sure my sums are correct, which they are. They go all the way to BM46, which is correct. So Baldwin's supposed to have 19 cars. Let's start with Baldwin. There's 17 loads. I think I know what's happening now. And it's going to take a lot of work. Oh yeah. I'm almost certain what's happening. Gonna try a few more. Yeah, every time. Want to try something. I'm going to take 785 out for a minute. I'm going to go ahead and spawn it again. See what we get. Wynn, Wilson, Lakeland, Hmm. I'm just experimenting with a few things here and seeing what happens. I know 799 is a big train. Whoa. Gotta think about this one for a second. If I have every southbound industry, I'm gonna have to separate the what I call for the filters every time. I think I'm gonna have to create a what do you call it? Well, I kind of already did. No, I don't. I have them as all southbounds because I have them the filters as southbounds. I gotta change this. This could be too overwhelming, and I might have to split it. Not sure, but if I split them more evenly, that might give these guys a chance. I don't know. That's kind of weird. But at least then I could play around with it a little bit better. I'm not going to do it tonight, but it's interesting. But that's not quite the way I expected it to work. I'm just not sure about that one. That's kind of weird. Let me go ahead and put that back at normal time. I got rid of it, right? Yeah. So there's a lot of work on that, but so far I'm not getting the results for some reason, and I'm not 100% sure as to why that is yet. But I'm going to try splitting these into, instead of having them all southbound, because that's just going to call everything anyways once I put them all in, I need to break them up into the actual tags, I guess. Makes sense. And then we'll filter them on the tags and then see what happens, and then at least we can play around with some combinations. The only other thing that I can think of that's even possibly remote is that the sheer number is overwhelming it, and because of that, like if I look at this, if I compare the three here, so we're at like 108, 22 to 108 shouldn't be getting that ratio. I don't understand that. I don't say I mean, it could be, I don't know. I can't explain it. It did that one first, and then it dropped everything else. I really don't know what the hell it's doing. Beats the hell out of me. But anyways. Okay. Oh, they have DPUs. I thought they didn't have DPUs down there. ASSW? What'd that mean? I don't know what the ASSW thing is. But, yeah, that was a little demoralizing after all that. But I'm not going to give up just yet, because I really don't want to go back to the way that we were doing things. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyways, that's it for now, guys. I'm going to end this at 12:15, and I'll shut the server tomorrow morning and play around with it a bit more, and hopefully come up with an idea as to what's going on. The If that doesn't work, the next step is going to be to actually get the oh, what do you call them? I know the word I'm thinking. Get the actual capacities in line with what we're trying to call for train car numbers. Despite the fact that there may be capacity for a hell of a lot more, you just can't call that many. So I might do something like that. But anyways, that's all for tonight. I'm going to end this now, and tomorrow morning I'm gonna be offline when I do it. I'm not going to be doing it on live stream. I don't want to take you through all the boring, and I'll update at some point. But we'll see how it goes. Anyways, that's all it for now, guys. Have a good one. We'll talk to you later. See ya.